Hi, friends, I am trying to attract your attention to some of the famous books of the old world. Hope you will enjoy hearing these stories summarized. Still, my humble advice is that reading the books as a whole will take you into unexplainable joy. Happy hearing, and now let us move on. Mrs.Oliphant's A True Love Story is a heartfelt tale of gentle romance, emotional restraint, and the inner world of a quiet English village. It captures the slow blossoming of love in an era when duty, propriety, and social expectations often overpowered emotion. The story focuses on themes such as missed opportunities, the tension between appearance and reality, and the quiet resilience of love that matures over time. The story takes place in the peaceful countryside of England, in a quiet village nestled around an old-fashioned rectory. The world Mrs. Oliphant paints is one of social calm and moral decorum, filled with garden walks, tea gatherings, Sunday sermons, and village gossip. Life moves slowly, and everyone seems to know each other's business. Against this backdrop, a true love story unfolds, not a dramatic or scandalous affair, but a deeply human and realistic tale. The central figure in the story is Miss Wodehouse, the elder sister of a small village household. She is a gentlewoman, dignified, mild, and utterly kind. Miss Wodehouse is not a striking beauty, nor is she outspoken or dramatic. Instead, she is marked by her quiet patience and inner grace. She has spent much of her adult life caring for others, especially her younger sisters. She has never married, and to the outside world, she is a typical spinster of the time, useful, reliable, and perhaps a little overlooked. But Mrs. Oliphant invites us to look deeper into Miss Wodehouse's heart. Beneath her calm surface lies a woman who once dreamed, who once loved quietly and without reward, and who continues to bear the weight of her feelings in silence. The male figure at the heart of the story is Mr. Proctor, a scholarly, slightly awkward man who once served as the curate of the village church. He had been a fixture in village life, dutiful, bookish, and somewhat lacking in social charm. He eventually left the parish, taking up a position in London, and many years pass before he returns. When Mr. Proctor does return to the village, the change is subtle but significant. He is older now, more experienced in life, and perhaps a little lonelier. His return stirs memories for Miss Wodehouse, of a time long ago when they had shared conversations, mutual respect, and perhaps an unspoken affection that was never declared. Much of the power in a true love story lies in what is not said. There is no grand proposal scene, no passionate declarations. Instead, the story revolves around quiet glances, gentle tones, and the ache of missed moments. Many years ago, Miss Wodehouse had silently loved Mr. Proctor. She had sensed his admiration, perhaps even his affection, but he had never spoken. Bound by his duties and insecurities, he had left the village without saying anything that could be called a confession. Likewise, Miss Wodehouse had never admitted her feelings to anyone. Her love was private, dignified, and quietly endured. Her sisters married, the seasons changed, and life continued. Yet she never married herself. People assumed she was simply not the romantic type. But deep inside, a tender memory remained alive, a feeling that had never quite died. When Mr. Proctor returns to the village, the narrative delicately shows how the old feelings stir once again. He is no longer the shy curate but a man marked by experience and perhaps regret. He now sees Miss Wodehouse differently, not just as the dependable elder sister, but as a woman of quiet strength and untold devotion. Their interactions are understated but full of emotional tension. They talk about old times, the changes in the village, and the people who have come and gone. Through these conversations, they rediscover each other. But still, nothing is openly said. Other characters in the village begin to notice their closeness. Some are amused, some puzzled. There is a sense that something long delayed may finally be acknowledged. A story of emotional maturity. Mrs. Oliphant presents love not as a youthful whirlwind but as something more enduring. A true love story is about love that survives the passage of time, that waits in silence, and that retains its dignity even when unreturned. The reader becomes aware that Miss Wodehouse's love, though hidden, has shaped her life profoundly and beautifully. Mr. Proctor's return is not marked by dramatic regret but by a quiet attempt to repair a missed chance. In his way, he tries to show that he still holds affection, even if the words are still difficult for him to say. Eventually, the story gently moves toward a conclusion that suggests, not with certainty but with hopeful possibility, that their love might finally be fulfilled. In the closing pages, Mr. Proctor begins to find the courage to express what he had never said. There is no extravagant proposal, but the story ends on a note of reconciliation and mutual understanding. The tone is one of peace and gentle joy. The true love story is not one of sudden passion, but of enduring affection finally finding its voice. Miss Wodehouse, who had lived so long with quiet longing, now receives a kind of emotional reward, not just in a possible marriage, but in being truly seen, acknowledged, and appreciated by the man she once loved in silence. Unspoken love. One of the most powerful aspects of the story is the theme of love that remains unspoken but deeply felt. Mrs.Oliphant captures how many people in Victorian society, especially women, were denied the right to voice their emotions or desires openly. Dignity in silence. Miss Wodehouse's character exemplifies the grace of emotional restraint. Her quiet suffering, gentle patience, and enduring kindness reflect a strength that is rarely celebrated in modern love stories but was deeply admired in Victorian fiction. Second chances. The story also explores the idea that love does not belong only to the young. Even when time has passed, and youth has faded, affection can still be rediscovered and acted upon. The nature of a true love story. The title is almost ironic. This is not the kind of love story with grand gestures and romantic clichés. Instead, it is true, because it reflects how real love often looks: quiet, patient, enduring, and imperfect. A True Love Story, by Mrs. Oliphant, is a beautifully subtle and deeply moving tale of long-held affection, missed opportunities, and the hope of second chances. Set in a quiet English village, it offers readers a glimpse into a world where love is not shouted from rooftops but held gently in the heart for years. This is not a story of fiery passion or scandal, but one of mature love, slow realization, and emotional integrity. In its quiet way, it reminds us that love can still bloom, even after many seasons have passed, and that sometimes, the truest love stories are the ones that unfold most softly. In its quiet way, it reminds us that love can still bloom, even after many seasons have passed, and that sometimes, the truest love stories are the ones that unfold most softly. Now tell me guys, how was the journey? Did you enjoy it? Please like and share. If not subscribed, please do so.